how do I find these deals? If they can't find their contractor and a little bit busy, these things can happen. Do you think I'm gonna wait to go make that money? Or you think I'm gonna make sure everything gets done right so I can get paid? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I'm going to speak to an individual who has a little bit of money put away anywhere between $40,000 to $100,000, and you're trying to get in real estate and you wanna invest. Now, there's other entry points for you that you can take without having a lot of exposure or a lot of risk or putting a lot of time out. You could essentially be a part of a flip, or you can potentially just be a private money investor. So I'm going to talk about this today in this video to give you an idea, because if you're working a job and you have money either in your 401k, in your IRA, or your life insurance account that you can redirect and distribute out to projects and make at least between 10 to 15% return in about 6-8 months or even a year, you can eventually double your money as you're compounding it by gaining that interest on certain accounts you may have. So I'm going to kind of speak to this in this video to kind of have a good idea of how to do this and how to structure it and how to find these type of deals without having to go do a lot of the leg work that you need to find it. All right, so let's get into the video. Okay, first and foremost, you don't want to flip a property if you don't have the time to flip a property. Just being honest with you. You don't want to wholesale. You don't want to go look for distressed properties because you're in a different position. If you have liquid cash of about $50,000 to $100,000, you can get in on the action on the flip side by becoming a private money lender. Now you're going to say, what is a private money lender? You're going to take your capital and lend it to an investor who's either flipping properties, and if they are flipping properties, they're going to give you certain type of guarantees and protections that will protect your money and also develop relationships with you. Now I'm going to say full warning, this is not telling you investment advice. This is just giving you a theory of how you can approach this, or a strategy how to invest in real estate if you choose to. I'm not telling you guys go out there and do this. This is not considered investment advice for this video. So you don't have that much time, but someone else does. They're already in the business and they're actually flipping properties, or flipping 3, 5, or 10 or 20 houses a year. And you're like, what? I want to get in on an action. So you can do that by becoming their private money lender to help them with these transactions and go get more transactions. Now what happens is a lot of people get scared. They're like, well, how am I protected? How does this kind of make sense for me? Let me kind of give you a little clean picture real quick. Let's just say, for instance, you have $50,000 and you're going to give it to an investor who flips properties. You're going to give them $50,000 and they're going to attach it to the deal. And you're going to have either loan probably recorded on the property, a second loan, or a contract loan, however you guys want to structure that. You might even have a JV agreement, which is a joint venture agreement that says, hey, I have interest in this property with this LLC. And also third, you might have a guarantee, a personal guarantee alongside with the business guarantee from this individual. Now this individual might give you 10% ROI on your money. Now let's say they fix and flip that property in about 5 to 6 months. You just literally just made $5,000. You didn't lift a hammer, you didn't hit a nail, you didn't move any drywall, you didn't use the brush to paint the house, you didn't go through the strategy of figuring out how to get in and out of the flip, the exit strategy. Everything worked out smoothly. Now on average, a flip can take anywhere between 4 to 6 months. Now let's just say you're partnered with this investor and you do this twice throughout the year. Then that same $50,000 you had that wasn't gaining 10% return just made you, for the year, let's say you do it twice, $10,000 for the whole 2 times you did it. So every occurrence you made $5,000 interest off your money. You did it twice, now you have $10,000. Now you just did all of this work, not really, and you just made $10,000. Now, but you added value to the investor. The investor can go now and get more properties with that capital because they have that security of knowing that you will give them that capital for a project. And now you're building relationships with these individuals over time. You may even partner up on a deal and make a bigger spread. I know sometimes on deals where I've actually taken private capital, I've given them anywhere between a 10 to 12% return on capital. I've done the deal, I sold the property in less than 5 to 8 months, and they were happy with those returns because they were not getting that. Now for you, how does this help you as a private money lender? So now the property is being secured. You have address, you have legal guarantees on a contract, you have a personal guarantee. This makes sense for you because you are being protected by these means. Now, one of the things I will tell you, if you're going to do this, there are certain checks and balances we must do, right? You gotta do due diligence. With any investing, anytime you're giving someone your money, you gotta do due diligence. So typically you wanna see what this person's actively doing. You wanna see a few HUDs or ALTAs. For instance, let's say I said I flipped 5 properties in a year. You wanna be able to go backtrack, and this person's have like a deck or something for you to kind of show show you what they're doing. Say, hey, I flipped this house, I bought it here, I sold it here, and this was my profit there. You can see this track record and the pattern. So you can see if this person's telling you the truth, and you can see where on the Alta, it'll say proceeds to seller. And what we do when we're doing our transactions with some of our private money lenders, we put them on there, on the Alta, on the HUD, then get their payment back. So actually does two things for you. It shows you're part of a flip and it shows you got paid. So now that's building your track record. So let's say you want to go do a flip, you have these HUDs with your name on it that you can use as your track record in the future as well. And that you just kind of lit on. And another way too, you can go be a part of the project and go see what's being done and you'll just kind of, learn it. Now, I'm not saying the investor's going to coach you. I'm not saying that, but you do have the opportunity to go see what's taking place in a day-to-day. Let's say you got off work, you're like, you know what, I got an hour. Let me go see what's going on. I invest in this project. Let me just go see what the house was being done in the house. You can see the guys working. You can actually see that investor who you gave the money to, what they're doing day to day. And they're giving you that reassurance that they're working diligently. They're not taking a month off on the project and it has a standstill. Now, well, disclaimer, if there's a permit issue, that can happen. All right. But if there's not, it's just a cosmetic flip or you're just doing something very small that you got to call the city for, that shouldn't take that long. But just full disclosure, if you have these little hiccups, that can happen. If they can't find their contractor and a little bit busy, these things can happen. Now, you might not get a full up-to-date report because you're being part of the process, meaning that your investment goes along the journey with the process. Now, it's up to the investor because he wants to get paid. Now, imagine this. I'm an investor, I'm flipping a property, and I know I'm gonna make $50,000. Do you think I'm gonna wait to go make that money? Or you think I'm gonna make sure everything gets done right so I can get paid? Because the investor has a lot of reasons to get paid. They gotta pay you one, and they gotta pay themselves. So there's a lot of pressure, but there's also a lot of rewards there for everybody in the deal. So there is pressure, but there's a big reward for everyone in the deal. So you're making money, he or she is making money, and everybody kind of wins. Now, in an ideal world, this will all work out perfect, but I'm not naive, right? You're saying, Gene, I don't want to do that. It's too much risk. That's why you have paperwork get drafted by an attorney. Make sure you get it. If you want to record your lien, make sure it gets recorded by a title company. When I say lien, you can record a second mortgage if you need to on the property. You can also talk to an attorney. This person should have someone you can talk to, not a mutual party, but they're in between. They can help you guys both come to a decision factor and close on this deal together. So these are the things that you want to be on the lookout for if you just want to become a private money lender. You want to do that. And I've seen a lot of people do it. As long as they're buying the property right and they're showing you the numbers, they're showing you all the details, I would consider doing it. Because at some point, most people who flip houses eventually becomes either the lender and become the private for the next round of flippers. They still flip, but they take all their money that they've bought and accumulated and they invest it that way. So you who already have the money, you're building relationships, you're getting to a business that you want to learn, and you're already kind of like, hey, I don't have time to do that. I have my job, I'm making good money, I just want to invest my money. This is a way for you to become a private money or a gap funder and to do it. Now, this last part of this, how do I find these deals? You got to put yourself out there. If you're in the Florida market, I can help you construct some of these deals because I have deals like this come all the time where I'm doing the hard money lending and they probably don't have the money to do the down payment or anything else, and they want to get a gap funder or private money investor. I can connect you with a few people if you need that. I'm not saying I'm your only resource, but you want to get out there to your real estate networking events and let people know that you're a private money lender and you can help in that capacity. Now, for you, got to do a little bit more research. If you have a friend who's an attorney, or you can watch some more videos. This is probably just at the beginning. I'll do a full in-depth video of how you can structure it so you can do it. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel if this is something you're interested in. Have a comment below and I'll drop the part 2 of this video of how to structure that deal and how I do it with my private money investors. I'm a private money investor myself and I also bring other people to do some of these deals. So hopefully you found some value in this video, and I want to really bring this to you, and I just want to be open, honest. Some of my videos are gonna have some clean edits, but I want to kind of speak to this and just be forthcoming with just my notes that I had and my pinpoints. If this is something that interests you, I would highly recommend you do it. But if not, see you guys in the next video. My name is Gene Duran. I'm your hard money lender, contractor, investor, and we make things full circle for you. See you guys in the next video.